Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader.com, here with your Monday market webcast. All right, hope everybody had a good long weekend. We talked last week about basically there's nothing sitting between price and the upper Bollinger Band, in and around 32.20, 32.25 to really trip up the bulls except for themselves. And you can see with the higher highs last night, you can just, this 5-day march off that lower band, off that 100-day, off that 50-day, and we've traded as high as 31.72.75 in the overnight. And unless the bears show up and start putting some lower highs together and some, discernible, sustainable pushback, we're going to continue to march to the upside. I've said for a couple of months, a couple of years, I've always said, until the bulls can convert levels that matter on a closing basis and then sustain those levels for multiple days, in a vacuum, this tape will just continue to march to the upside. I mean, if you don't know, if you're not certain of anything, be certain of that, because it's been the last 10, 12, arguably forever in the market. So let's look at the hourly chart. There's not much up here. You got the pre-FOMC print, 31.96 half. You can see the middle band down there, 30.96. The new weekly pivot comes in at 30.88.58. He tried to say 9 days at 85. You see the monthly pivot at 76. Way back here was the 50-day. You can see that early last week we got involved with all that stuff. It held, and it's just been a march. It has been a march. And it accelerated last night. I mean, here's your holiday session. It's all trade date Monday. And it stayed above the hourly mid-band last night off the open, and then it really accelerated through the Asia session. Flat through Europe, and we'll see how we open. You got volume-weighted average price at 31.58 half. 5-minute mid-band and our proprietary moving average are locked up at 31.65. Those are 58 to 65 will be key off the open. Then you got the Globex high at 31.72, and your Globex lows is down in the 31.21. So it's the bulls had a good night. What do the bulls need to do? They need to sustain it. They need to, ideally, keep pushing to the upside. The bears, they've got to start with, well, you got to start with 65, then 58. Then you can deal with something like the hourly mid-band, which is down at 47.75. They have their work cut out for them. It should be and continue to be a fairly directional day. Whether this turns into one of these days where we open up and the bulls can't get above OPG, which we've seen, they can't get above that regular session opening print, and we just kind of linger around and drift back to the downside in the light of day. It could be one of those. Coming off of a holiday weekend, it could be just about anything. But what we've seen so far is any opportunity the bears have had to convert a meaningful level and keep it converted, they have not been able to do. And every time that happens, this move to the upside towards the 32.20 area just continues. And if the bears don't show up for work at 9:30, I would expect that march to continue, with the biggest level on the upside for me over 72 is 96 half. All right. Everybody have a fantastic day. Be safe, be healthy, take care, trade them well. Talk to you tomorrow. Follow us over on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Princeton Trader. Check us out on Facebook and join us for a free trial at www.princetontrader.com. Trade them well.